We all know how effective brushing our teeth is for our oral hygiene and how it can prevent problems like tooth decay, gum disease, or even bad breath. But the question that comes up is, should we use expensive electric toothbrushes for brushing, or are cheap manual toothbrushes more effective? Which one works better? I am Dr. Itamadi, dentist specializing in gum surgery and implants. In this video, I'm going to compare electric toothbrushes and manual toothbrushes and tell you which one is more effective and whether it's worth buying an expensive electric toothbrush. So if you want to know more about this topic, make sure to watch this video until the end, and I kindly ask you, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do so, and don't forget to like the video. Manual toothbrushes are not a new invention. For centuries, humans have used manual toothbrushes to clean their teeth. The advantage of this tool is that, first of all, you have full control over it. That means depending on your needs, you can adjust the pressure of your hand, the angle, or the pattern of your movements to brush your teeth in the most effective way. On the other hand, its price is reasonable. It's also easily available. You can get a cheap manual toothbrush at any supermarket you walk into. It doesn't have any special tools or features. It doesn't need batteries, it doesn't need a charger, and it doesn't require any special settings. As a result, it's easy to use, and it also doesn't break easily or require spare parts. The drawback of manual toothbrushes is that effective use requires a specific technique. That means if you don't use the right method, you might not be able to clean some areas properly, and plaque and tartar could remain in those spots. On the other hand, to brush your teeth properly, you need to spend at least 2 minutes brushing. With manual toothbrushes, we often brush for just about 30 seconds and then finish brushing. As a result, again, some areas are left with plaque and tartar. At the same time, if you apply too much pressure with your hand, you might damage your gums and teeth with manual toothbrushes. Because of these issues with manual toothbrushes, electric toothbrushes were introduced to the market in 1960. The advantage of electric toothbrushes is that, firstly, they are easier to use. Many of the motions that we have to do with difficulty using manual toothbrushes, these do automatically by themselves, so using them is easier and our brushing will be more effective. At the same time, they are sensitive to pressure. If you apply too much pressure to them, they either stop automatically or give you a warning. They give a signal so that we realize we're applying too much pressure. As a result, the risk of damage to the teeth and gums will be reduced. At the same time, people who have joint problems and find it difficult to use manual toothbrushes, or for example, those undergoing orthodontic treatment and can't use manual toothbrushes effectively, these devices can clean the teeth very effectively. Also, since electric toothbrushes are widely considered a more modern and advanced gadget compared to traditional manual toothbrushes, some individuals are more readily willing to accept them, and this can significantly motivate them to brush their teeth regularly. Electric toothbrushes also usually have a built-in timer set to 2 minutes, which helps ensure that we brush for the correct amount of time and don't finish brushing too quickly. Alongside all the advantages that electric toothbrushes have, they also come with some drawbacks. The most important drawback of electric toothbrushes is their high price. That is, you might be able to buy a manual toothbrush for $2 or $3, but for an electric toothbrush, you have to spend at least $20. Some modern models even cost up to $300 or $400 to purchase. Also, electric toothbrushes require special accessories. So you have to charge them. You need a power source. You need a charger. You need extra batteries. As a result, it's hard to access it instantly. It's much harder to transport than a manual toothbrush. So if you want to travel, carrying an electric toothbrush is much more difficult for you, and it will take up a lot of space in your bag. At the same time, some people can get used to the vibration and buzzing of electric toothbrushes. It's unpleasant for them, and they prefer to use regular manual toothbrushes. Now, if we want to compare them in terms of plaque removal, when it comes to electric toothbrushes compared to manual ones, I should say that the movement of the electric toothbrush head can effectively remove plaque from the surface of the teeth. But to achieve the same effectiveness with manual toothbrushes, we need to use the proper technique and brush for the right amount of time. That means brushing for at least 2 minutes using the correct technique. As a result, the skill of the person brushing is very important when it comes to manual toothbrushes. In terms of overall convenience, electric toothbrushes are definitely much easier to effectively use than traditional manual ones. And they also cause significantly less potential damage to our delicate gums. Because with manual toothbrushes, the pressure from your hand might not be controlled. Excessive pressure can damage the gums, which is something that can't happen with electric toothbrushes. Another advantage of electric toothbrushes is that their handles are usually larger than those of manual toothbrushes. As a result, for people who have less dexterity, joint problems, rheumatoid arthritis, or are elderly and have somewhat impaired motor skills, using an electric toothbrush is easier than using a manual one. So if you have good brushing skills and are looking for an economical and portable option, a manual toothbrush is definitely a good choice for you. However, if your current brushing skills are not particularly great and the financial cost is not a significant concern for you, and you genuinely desire to achieve truly effective brushing, then electric toothbrushes most definitely have a clear priority over traditional manual ones. Finally, I must mention a few very important points about brushing your teeth. The first point is that a toothbrush alone cannot provide you with good oral hygiene. In addition to brushing, you definitely need dental floss, because the areas between your teeth cannot be cleaned with a toothbrush. The second point is that whenever you notice the bristles of your toothbrush are worn out, you must replace your toothbrush. And the third point is to brush your teeth at least twice a day and visit your dentist at least once every 6 months for regular checkups, so that if any problem arises, your dentist can address it in its early stages. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video and that I was able to provide you with useful information. I kindly ask that if you found this video helpful, please be sure to share it with your friends. Don't forget to like the video, and until the next one, stay healthy and well.